Hi there, Forest Schoolers. It's me, Mrs. Stafford, back for another session. Oh, we've got a visitor already. Smudge has come to say hi. 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 Just want to say thank you so much to all those children that sent in photographs of their magic wands and owls they've made and bird feeders and all the different things that you've sent in. You've done a fantastic job. You should be really proud of yourselves. Come on then, you can say hi. Okay, today I brought with me quite a few different things for some different activities. So recently I got a new axe. So I'm going to be using that today to create myself a mallet, because I need a new mallet. This is my axe I've been given, and to create my mallet I'm going to need a saw and my axe and then a piece of wood. I'm going to use this to make a mallet, like a big hammer. That's one of the activities I'm going to do later on. Another one I'm going to do today is to make ourselves a twig initial. And so these are just 2 twigs that I put together and then bound with loads and loads of different coloured wool and a little hanging bit to make a twig initial. And also we're going to go off and make ourselves some ice sculptures as well. Now, in order to make our twig initial, we're going to need twigs, and we're going to need to learn to tie a few knots to be able to attach our twigs together. Now, I'm lucky that my name starts with an L, so it's quite an easy one, and I've only got to attach the twigs together once down here. And so for our twig initial, we're going to need some twigs. So I'm going to make an L again. I'm going to snap my stick. So I have 2 like this together. And then I've got lots of different kinds of wool in here, different colours that I'm going to use. Now, I need to attach my twigs together. And to do that, we're going to learn a few knots. Okay. So a couple of knots I want to show you today to be able to make our twig initials. So one is a simple stopper knot. And that's when you take one piece end over the top of the other one, you take it round the back, through that hole you've created, and pull tight. That is brilliant for 99% of the jobs you might want to do. So, oh, hello Smudge. So if I wanted to just tie my piece of string onto, no, she's chasing it. Oh, she thinks it's something to play with. Hello, sweetie. So if I want to tie on this piece of string here onto this stick, I would take it underneath, I would take one bit over the top of the other one, loop around through the hole I've made and pull the ends tight. And that is a good way of tying onto a stick, but it can come loose. Okay, so another one I want to teach you today is the clove hitch. Okay, and this is really good for attaching onto sticks too. So you have your short end and your longer working end, which is Smudge is chasing, as you can see. And you create a loop. So you're going to take this one over the top and make a loop with my working end coming around and over the top like that. I'm going to pinch that with my thumb there. I'm going to make another loop, spin it over, and again my working end is coming over the top of the other one. I've got 2 loops now. I'm going to slide the first loop on top of the second loop, and then when I put it on my stick and pull the ends tight, I create this knot, which is called a clove hitch. And so it looks like a cross on the front, and on the back 2 bits of rope run parallel. Clove hitch. Sometimes in forest school we've called this fish on a dish. I'll show you it one more time. So we create our fish, which kind of looks like a fish, if you imagine, quite crudely. And then we create our dish, which is a nice circle there. We place the fish on the dish, and then when you put it on your stick, you've created a clove hitch. Cross on the front, parallel on the back. Now I'm going to attach onto this bit here using that clove hitch I've just shown you. So loop, loop, one on top of the other, and I'm going to loop it over the end of my stick and pull my ends. So I've got my clove hitch on here. Now in order to get this stick and attach it on, I could keep wrapping around and round and round, but I'm going to show you a square lash. So I put my knotted side underneath my other stick, I'm going to use my long end here. I'm going to go up and over. So I'm going to go over this piece. Then I bring it under this side. I bring it over that one, pulling tight every time. Under this side, over, under and over. And you keep repeating that, going under, over, going round in a circle until you get short on your thread, like I have. And I'm going to tie it off to the original piece I had underneath. And that is called square lashing. Press that side. Taking over, going under, over, under. So here we are, I've got some wool here. I'm just attach this on with that simple stopper knot. Because I'm wrapping it around, I'm going to wrap it over where the knot is. So I'm going to do 2 stopper knots on top of each other. So that's tight on. And then I'm just going to wrap. I'm going to go over where that bit of thread is so it gets hidden. Round and round. You can do this in different patterns if you want. Obviously lots of different colours, make it multicoloured, all one colour. And keep going until you're happy with it. And then when you get to the end here and you want to tie off this part, just make the last loop a bit bigger and take the end underneath that last loop you just made and pull tight, and it will keep it tight there. And then when you get your next colour, you can just tuck that underneath and wrap round, or you can always snip it off a bit shorter. And hopefully when you've finished it, it will look something like this. Get a little hook at the end to hang it up by. Have a go and see if you can make your own. With the cold weather we've been having, I decided to try and make some ice sculptures. And so this is what they've turned out like. So put some ribbon in. Aren't they amazing? So I made one flat one here. And lay that one down. And another one that I put 2 bowls together with the idea, hello Tabby, that I could make an ice bowl. Let's see if I can take it out. It'll come out. Excellent. It's melting slightly now, so this froze in the middle. Look at the beautiful shards of ice. But I put that one inside that one to create this. There we go. With a Tabby in the background. And created this ice bowl. Right, I'm going to make a bowl one now for you. So I'm going to place that bowl in the centre, and there's already some water in there, and I'll fill this with water after I filled it with all the different foliage I've got. So I've just went and collected a few bits from the garden. few different variegated parts here. I'm just going to tuck them down the side. And some of this conifer. Tuck this bit this side. You can use whatever you find in your garden or out and about on a walk. I'm lucky to have a couple of flowers. So these are hellebore flowers. Let's see what they'd look like. Tuck them down. One over here. And then I've collected a couple of snowdrops. Pop those down. What's left to do is fill the outside with water. Leave it outside on a cold, frosty night and hopefully it will freeze. Of course, you could do this in your freezer in your house. If you have big enough space, you can of course put it in your freezer and it will do it a lot quicker. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a mallet now. I'm going to speed it up a little bit so you can see the process, but you'll get the idea of what I'm doing. Okay, so here is the piece of wood I'm going to make my mallet out of. Okay, so what I want to do is create a handle really. So I've got a big end, it's quite hard to hold this, so I want to create a handle. So I'm going to saw around, all the way around, in about 1.5 centimetres or so, all the way around. Then I'm going to use my axe with another log to take off the sides, and it will give me a handle in the middle that I can then smooth out with my axe. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that now. Here we are, this is my finished mallet for now. I might sand off the end and maybe get my knife out again and just take a bit of the sharper bits off. But here we are, ready to use. Got a good handle on there, ready for when I want to split wood with my knife. I can do that. There we go. So when I want to split some wood, use this little bit of edging here, it'll stand out. With my knife, I can use my mallet, tap on the end, and it goes through. There we go. So I've got my useful mallet. Okay, to finish off, we're going to read another poem from the Lost Spells. This one is all about the oak. Out on the hill, old oak still stands, stag-headed, fire-struck, bare-crowned, stubbornly holding its ground. Poplar is a whispering tree, rowan is a sheltering tree, willow is the weeping tree, and oak is the waiting tree. 300 years to grow, 300 more to thrive, 300 years to die, 900 years alive. That's the rowan there on the other page. Ancient oak hears with ancient ears, sees with ancient eyes, the snow of another winter, the glow of a new sunrise. Birch is the watching tree, cherry is the giving tree, ash is the burning tree, and oak is the waiting tree. 300 years to grow, 300 more to thrive, 300 years to die, 900 years alive. Not show through the silver grain through bark, but each fresh sprig brings oak green leaves again. Holly is the witching tree, beech is the writing tree, elder is the quickening tree, and oak is the waiting tree. 300 years to grow, 300 more to thrive, 300 to die, 900 years alive. And there's the final image. Thanks so much for joining me again. Hopefully you'll get out and see if you can make one of those ice sculptures that we did earlier, or one of the twig initials. Good luck. See you again next time. Bye.